A lot of furniture in here to trip over, so gotta dodge the chair, dodge the lights. Sit on down.
Okay.
Here we are. I think this is my chair. Or we can swap if you like.
You can't because all my notes are here.
All right, okay. You've got notes? You prepared? I'm not prepared for this. All right.
Mate, it's good to see you.
Yeah, you too. It's been a while.
Mel, doing the research on this interview, I started thinking, well, this could be doing the research on a movie on Mel Gibson.
Yeah, the life story, right? It's a short film.
Short or long? Give me a hand. Where would we start?
Well, where will we start? Well, he was born a happy child. And then stuff happened.
Stuff really did happen. Some of it great.
Mel Gibson for Braveheart.
Some of it disastrous.
Mel Gibson was pulled over for speeding and drunk driving.
In recent years, Mel's made news for all the wrong reasons.
The handcuffed actor also began a barrage of anti-Semitic remarks.
His outrageous behavior,
Gibson blamed the disease of alcoholism.
his racist and abusive rants.
I'll burn the goddamn house down! How dare you!
You find out pretty quickly that it's like, this is out of your control. Like the first time you leave your hotel room and a group of people follow you with cameras and stuff, and you say, that's enough, please go away now. And they go, nope, there's nothing you can do. And you realize that there literally is, you don't have the same rights. I just wanted to be good at what I did. The byproduct of that brought the other stuff and the celebrity stuff.
But in the beginning, Mel was just another wannabe star, straight out of drama school and into the post-apocalyptic world of Mad Max.
You want to get out of here? You talk to me.
That movie was your breakout.
Absolutely. People liked it. It opens up a few doors. Start working on other things. Gives you more opportunities, so there you go.
You think I'm crazy? Yeah. Are you calling me crazy? You think I'm crazy? Yeah, you want to see crazy? I'll tell you.
At what time did you think, I'm somebody?
Yeah. When the paychecks got bigger. Because you realize, the business of filmmaking in Hollywood is not a charitable institution.
You were getting $20 million at least a movie?
Yeah, well, it was, I never actually admitted to anything, nor will I yet. But, yeah, you get some hefty lumps,
That's a lot of money.
And it was worth it to some people.
Just one chance to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Throughout his career, Mel's movie choices have been courageous. In 1995, he starred in the blockbuster Braveheart about Scottish national hero Sir William Wallace. He also directed the epic. It's a big jump to being a director.
Because I had this yearning to do it. I enjoyed it immensely. I get a kick out of orchestrating the big stuff and having stuff play out or roll out the way I kind of visualize it. And I think I have a gift for the visual.
And the Oscar for Best Picture is
That gift was rewarded with 2 Oscars, Best Picture
Braveheart.
and Best Director.
Mel Gibson for Braveheart.
And now that I'm a bona fide director with a golden boy, well, like most directors, I suppose what I really want to do is act.
Mel Gibson's films have earned more than $6 billion at the box office. He was at the top of his game, in huge demand, when it all came crashing down. One night in Malibu, a decade ago, Mel found himself in a very different spotlight. He was arrested for drink driving.
Police say the 50-year-old was driving at twice the speed limit and recorded a blood alcohol reading of 0.12.
You had an impeccably clean run.
Yeah.
For a Hollywood star. Nothing went wrong. And then you hit a couple of road bumps.
Sure.
People do that.
Sure.
But if the name's not Mel Gibson, we don't hear about it.
No, I guess not.
You're Mel Gibson, so you had to pay for it.
Of course. But that's, you're there. It's a good thing to do, to sort of take someone down a little bit, especially if they seem to be on top. For other people, it's called just maybe a nervous breakdown. For me, it's something else. I don't even know what they called it. I didn't look. It's too hard to look at. But it was a bump for sure.
That bump included a divorce from his wife of 26 years, Robin Moore, and an at times turbulent relationship with Russian pianist Oksana Grigorieva. Mel and Oksana had a daughter together but separated very publicly in 2010, culminating in this abusive phone call.
You go out in public and it's a embarrassment to me. You look like a bitch on the heat, and if you get raped by a pack of it'll be your fault. All right?
While he now regrets his obscene outburst, Mel accuses Oksana of releasing the tapes to extort a bigger share of his $500 million fortune in their settlement. Could you read that for me?
Okay, yes, I do remember saying this, yeah. Yeah. You have to put it all in the proper context of being in an irrationally heated discussion at the height of a breakdown, trying to get out of a really unhealthy relationship. It's one terribly awful moment in time said to one person in the span of one day and doesn't represent what I truly believe or how I've treated people my entire life, which is, fair enough. Everybody has, imagine the worst moment you ever had being recorded and broadcast to the world. And it wasn't meant to be public. You didn't stand on a soapbox and do it. But that's what happens, So, all in the past.
You are not to annoy, harass, or molest anyone involved in this case. You are not to threaten anyone. You're not to use force or violence against anyone. Thank you, everybody.
Mel agreed to take part in a 12-month domestic violence program and is also attending Alcoholics Anonymous to try and finally beat his lifelong addiction.
Well, yes, I'm a member of a 12-step program, and I achieved sobriety like that. I got 10 years of sobriety under my belt, but it's, and I'd had other lengths before that, like 8 years one time, fall off, 4 years one, it's like that, like through a revolving door. It is disheartening when you've been like 10 years dry, like on the wagon, sober. And you have to read every year or so that you're loaded. So that's disappointing because it's like a public notice that you're loaded, but you're not. So it's an obvious, it's a disingenuous reportage,
But the important thing is you've come out of it.
Yeah, I'm still alive, I'm still breathing. I mean, look, we can all get into sort of feeling, sorry for ourselves or having a pity party about the past or what's happened. It's just not worth it because it affects the present and it affects the future. You can't sort of play into that sort of stuff. And there's nothing that can put you into the proper perspective. I mean, you can either be, a bug living in the pile of elephant dung on the floor, or you can get up way high on the big top and look at the whole circus. And looking at the whole circus, looking at things in perspective is a much better idea.
What the hell is your delay, Captain?
We're waiting, sir.
Waiting for what?
Throughout his career as an actor and acclaimed director, Mel has been attracted to conflict.
Down that corridor there.
He chose to make his newest movie, World War II drama Hacksaw Ridge, in Australia, casting his son Milo on the front line.
He's one of the guys in there.
What was he doing?
He's a good-looking young fella. He's got a Thompson gun, and he has the odd bit of dialogue here and there, but you see him. He's amongst it with the rest of the guys. He's just one of the troop,
Help me. You'll have to trust me.
Hacksaw Ridge tells the true story of Corporal Desmond Doss, a pacifist who refused to carry a gun into battle.
War is ugly. War is hell. Hate war. Love the warrior.
Knowing what you now know, would you want to be an actor?
No, I do it all different. Because there's a thing that happens, and there's no, I'm not sort of like, going poor me or anything. It's the way things fell out. But you give something away. It's called personal anonymity, and you never have it again. And that's a very precious commodity.
We started talking about this being your story.
My story.
Film about you. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Give me a title.
Yes. Well, let's see. I think I always use the same word. I mean, they said, if you could sum up Hollywood in one word, what would it be? And it's like, I think I said survival. But if you could survivor, hey, I'm still breathing.